Alright, so the iconic Mike Tyson has entered the Diddy discourse, and his statements are stirring the pot across the industry. Mike, having been acquainted with Diddy for ages, spilled the names allegedly linked to the Diddy scandal. And yes, a few beloved figures made the list. These bombshells have thrown the rumor mill into overdrive. Let's dive deep into the latest twist in the Diddy drama that has everyone on tenterhooks. Following Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy, Mike Tyson appeared on Valuetainment, revealing secrets about his long-standing relationship with Diddy previously unknown to the public. Mike disclosed that he was familiar with Sean Combs way before he was known as Diddy. Surprisingly, Mike shared that Diddy used to assist backstage just as he was emerging as the it guy following his first championship victory. I've known him for a very long time. Back when I first claimed the champion title, I knew him. I remember he used to manage the crates at my after-parties and such. Oh, those were the days. Before you dismiss Mike as irrelevant to Diddy's current predicament, remember that Mike was the pioneer in breaking free from a cycle of crime and poverty through his success in the wrestling world. Thus, he arguably understands the likes of Diddy better than most. Setting that aside, in his discussion with Patrick Bet-David, Mike admitted that despite his old ties with Diddy, he consciously chose not to get involved with him, citing alleged character flaws. He never anticipated Diddy's meteoric rise to fame. Indeed, folks from his own era weren't too keen on seeing him succeed. Frankly, this reveals more about Diddy's personal life than we might like to acknowledge. Even before the authorities raided his residences, rapper Sean Combs was embroiled in multiple legal battles. Since last November, he has been hit with 5 separate civil lawsuits, each alleging various misconducts and illegal activities. One case has been resolved, but the others are ongoing. The saga began when Cassandra Ventura, an R&B artist who once dated Diddy, lodged a federal lawsuit against him and his enterprises: Bad Boy Records, Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, Epic Records, and Do Corp. In the Southern District of New York, Ventura claimed she was aided and subjected to prolonged mistreatment by Diddy. Post-Cassie, an increasing number of women stepped forward with similar accusations, although these didn't significantly tarnish Diddy's reputation. The tide only turned when a male staff member, Rodney Jones, came forward with well-documented grievances. It was then that Diddy's downfall truly began. During the production of Love album Off the Grid, Jones claimed he was mobbed by Diddy, endured harassment, witnessed substance abuse, and was a victim of sexual crimes. Moreover, a segment of the legal documents released online stated Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had intimate relations with the rapper R&B singer and Stevie J. While neither Meek Mill nor Usher was explicitly named, the attached footnotes implied their involvement, describing one as a rapper from Philadelphia who dated Nicki Minaj, and the other as someone who performed at the Super Bowl and had a very successful residency in Las Vegas. It's common knowledge that Meek Mill previously dated Nicki Minaj and went through a very public breakup, and Usher had a headline-grabbing Super Bowl show recently. The clues are there for the fans to piece together. Rumor has it that Mike Tyson was privy to Lil Rod's accusations, which explains his public reluctance to discuss his profound connection with Diddy. Honestly, Meek Mill's dramatic Twitter meltdown was seen by many as an implicit admission of guilt. Had Meek issued a calmer statement, perhaps the public reaction might have differed, but it appears Rod's claims struck a nerve, sending Meek into a tailspin. In contrast, Usher adopted a different stance, claiming he regarded Diddy as a mentor from whom he had learned valuable life lessons into adulthood. You might wonder when Usher lived with Diddy. Well, at the tender age of 14, Usher moved in with Diddy in LA to immerse himself in the rapper's lifestyle. Back then, there were numerous rumors about Diddy exploiting Usher, and Rodney's lawsuit seemed to confirm those suspicions. However, it's rumored that Diddy compensated Usher to somewhat cleanse his image, which Usher seemed to confirm during his appearance on Masterclass. He remarked, "To this day, I don't sleep. I picked that up from him. He was always the first up and the last to bed, and that level of commitment is something I adopted." Furthermore, Stevie J decided to address the allegations head-on, denying their veracity. Yet when 50 Cent poked fun at Stevie J for supposedly being intimate with Diddy, Stevie J confronted 50 directly, which many interpreted as a defensive reaction to being called out. "Curtis, what's the deal, man? You caught up in your feelings about Danny, or is it something to do with Lil Rod?" Following this confrontation, The producer sat down with TMZ, where he labeled 50 as an Uncle Tom, accusing him of undermining the black community. He'd asserted, with guys like 50, these Uncle Tom characters, you can't just ignore it. No one's talking about how tatted up Holly accused him of assault, or his other baby mama's similar claims. I see it as him trying to drag the black community down more than anyone else. How can he justify that? Furthermore, it's been long rumored that Diddy has had questionable relations with his employees. Recently, Tanika Ray, a TV host and former backup singer for Sean Combs, shared a chilling account. In a social media post, she disclosed, "I always knew to steer clear of him. Sure, I danced for him and maintained my distance. I interviewed him for his projects and kept that space. Nothing about what's transpired is surprising. Oh, and believe me, we all have our stories. My own experience was nightmarish, and only a handful know the truth. It's likely I'll never fully reveal it. But since then, I've always known to keep my distance." We can't overlook one of the most infamous incidents where Diddy's behavior was highly inappropriate. He invited a much younger Justin Bieber to spend 48 hours at his mansion, camera-free. Initially, this might not have seemed alarming, but it's crucial to acknowledge that Diddy took legal guardianship over the young star during this period for reasons we can only speculate about. Perhaps he thought it merely fueled envy because of his proximity to a budding superstar, but instead, it left fans deeply unsettled. Compounding the controversy, from their first meeting, Diddy promised Justin a lavish vehicle, puzzling onlookers about the motivations behind such a gift. The recorded conversation captured Diddy saying, "Turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let you rock this every time you. Yeah, this will be yours. Might be a bit dusty, but you know, front shot, man out. Just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to be driving this," Justin responded, aware that the car would become his after the 48 hours spent with Diddy. Many fans suspect that the car and mansion were compensations for whatever transpired during that time. There's a prevailing belief among fans that many rappers are concealing their true sexual orientations due to the stigma associated with being gay. This perceived need to hide has ostensibly led them to overcompensate through hypermasculine behaviors, including promoting violence, substance abuse, and demeaning women, a reflection of their inner turmoil and lack of self-respect. It's a disheartening reality. The silence and inaction of those who are aware yet choose to do nothing contribute to the perpetuation of these issues. It's disgraceful, with many having blood on their hands for their complicity. That wraps up our segment for today. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more updates on your favorite celebrities in our next video.